Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Happy Halloween, y'all. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today for Studio 512.
Yes, we are so excited. As you can probably tell from our athletic gear, we are ready for the upcoming Winter Olympics happening in February in Italy. Okay, Rosie, question for you, and I know you've thought about this answer, so I can't wait for you to share it. If you could be any type of Olympian, what would you be?
Okay, well, as you can see from these fabulous little ice skates that I got for just a couple bucks off Poshmark, y'all, so this is actually a pretty affordable costume. I would be an ice skater because obviously that is the dream of all dreams for little girls.
Yeah.
And in order to make it into the history books, I was looking this up. Basically, at this point, you got to pull a quadruple of something.
You can do that.
So, yes, I could do one of these.
Oh, very good.
You just have to do that on the ice lots of times.
Just imagine that a lot of times.
In front of the whole world.
Yeah,
yes.
in front of the whole world.
But if you do a quadruple Lutz, if you do a quadruple axel, or a quadruple, my favorite term in ice skating, Saukow. Then, yeah, people are going to be pretty darn impressed.
Well, I
so
love that.
What about you? If you could be a Winter Olympian, what would you be?
Yeah, so I brought the goggles in. I feel like I would either go like the snowboarding or even skiing route. Now I will say, in practicality, this would never happen because I'm far too nervous to compete at that level, going down a mountain that steep. Like when I go skiing, I always hit the like greens, and if someone asks me to get on the blue, I'm like, no,
and
thank
didn't you just tell me off camera a couple minutes ago that you've like really struggled to learn?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I never said I was good at it, but I feel like if I was gonna go for it, that would be the one. You know what else would be kind of fun though that just came to mind is it the bobsledding where you're like, you go down that little weird contraption. That looks so much fun to me.
Yeah.
Like I want to try that out.
Cool runnings all over again.
I think that would be a heck of a time. Yeah.
And then I think it's called the biathlon. It's where they ski and then they like shoot a target.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And that's that takes like a lot of weird skills.
It does.
Feels very Nordic.
Yeah, I feel like I need to get more acquainted with all the kind of random but also exciting Winter Olympian like categories, if you will, because I'm so caught up on summer. I feel like that now I need to get more caught up on the winter categories because I don't really know.
Of course, we're not wearing actual Olympic gear.
But we're close.
Ralph Lauren usually does like the big nice outfits. Nike usually does the sportswear. But I found a bargain at Reebok.
And we love a deal.
We love a deal, and we just added some patriotic touches. These were like iron-on patches, y'all. So this would make a great last-minute outfit if you're heading out tonight.
Yeah.
Let a glue gun be your friend. Multiple people can wear the same outfit, and you can all be different types of Olympians.
Yeah.
And you'll be comfy. This is the comfiest I've ever been on TV.
Literally so comfy, and also very, like I always think about with Halloween, we always think about relevance, and like we said, the Winter Olympics is just a few months away, so very relevant. Okay, well you guys, speaking of Halloween, we've got an awesome show lined up for you today. A big shout out to Vinyl Beauty Bar for the spooky touches to our set. Catch our Dia de los Muertos segment with them from yesterday at Studio512TV.com.
And we've got a lot of fun, y'all, so stay with us. We'll be right back after the break. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Austin 125. Austin 125 is a professional tennis tournament on the Hologic WTA Tour taking place November 3rd through the 9th at the Austin Tennis Academy at Spanish Oaks. The event will include global Women's Tennis Association stars, including UT legend and current professional tennis player Peyton Stearns. She joins us now, along with Christo Van Rensburg, tournament director. Christo, my very first question is coming your way because you are the brains behind all of this. You started with the ATX Open, and now we've got the Austin 125. So Austin is quickly becoming a women's professional tennis stronghold. Why did you pick Austin?
Well, the WTA always looked at Austin the last 10 years to bring women's sport into Austin, and I think we just opened and gave them the opportunity at the right time, and we are growing so fast, so we're very excited. Having that now for 3 years, we've just added our new Austin 125 also.
And so Peyton, we come to you, my friend, very accomplished. And so now you play professionally. Can you just give me an idea of what your day-to-day looks like now?
Yeah, it's chaos always. You never know what the next day holds. But But in the tennis world, you learn that pretty quick. Our season's 10 months of the year.
It's a long one.
Very long, but fortunately for me, having now 2 tournaments in Austin, it's like staying at a second home, so it makes life on the tour a little bit easier for me.
Okay, all right. Christo, tell us more about the Austin 125 and how this tournament came to be.
This one is actually brought in now because of the success we had since 2019. And at the ATX Open in 2023, we started with 15,000 people. We have just broken 22,000 people.
Nice.
So now we felt there's room to add another one because the spectators told us they love seeing professional athletes here.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, and how can fans get tickets to Austin 125? Because there are a couple of different tiers, a couple different options, especially if you want to get fancy.
This is the inaugural tournament, so we've lowered the money for tickets really low. We want families to come out on the austin125.com.
Peyton, what's it like when you see younger folks in the stands? Maybe you're inspiring them to be interested in tennis. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good knowing that I was one of them as a kid running around watching the pros play. It's a very strong 125 compared to the other ones in the season, so you'll be missing out if you don't come.
Absolutely. And you said, what color would you like to see in the stands?
Burnt orange.
All right. Thank you all both so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
Get your tickets now at austin125.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Austin 125. Welcome back. We are hoping for more treats than tricks this Halloween, and we know one man that can absolutely deliver.
That's right. Brandon Hodge is the owner of Big Top Candy Shop, and he's here to introduce us to his creepy, crawly, and tasty seasonal snacks. Good morning, Brandon. Happy Halloween.
Happy
How are
Halloween.
you?
We made it.
We made it.
It only takes 10 months and 31 days, but it
we're
gets
here.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
So the countdown will begin new tomorrow. But.
Yeah, and you, of course, are the man who knows everything there is to know about candy. And unpacking your stuff today, so many cool throwbacks. So I can't wait to talk about it. Oh, so much.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Big Top Candy Shop.
Yeah.
Just remind everybody at home and what y'all offer.
Well, we are Big Top Candy Shop. We've been a South Congress staple for 20 years now, and we are just a cavalcade of candy, a colossal confectionery. We sell bulk candy, packaged candy, candy sweets of any sort. So we've got hundreds of selections. I think we're at about 500 selections of bulk candy and thousands of packaged candies, as well as a full-service soda fountain from the turn of the century.
So let's say someone's never stepped inside your shop before. What's the inside like? Can you describe it, kind of visualize it?
Well, it's a lot like peeling back the sideshow curtain, right? I mean, that's the intent. Big Top has a very deep and overwhelming circus and sideshow theme. So you walk in, you're going to see circus and sideshow banners, lots of old nostalgic circus posters, instruments, that play into our mythology of our beginnings and how we came to be. So a lot of artifacts on the walls of this sort of mythology of Big Top. And all pertaining, to our weird circus concession origins.
Okay, and I'm going to add just a little mention in here, and you guys are going to have to wait an entire other year to hear about this. The Ouija boards that we have around us.
Yeah,
do
we've got
these
a
show
few.
up in the shop at all? Because I know that this is actually a passion of yours.
It is. So one of my sidelines is I'm a Ouija board historian.
Wow.
And I have an upcoming book, Supernatural Machines, that will be out about this time next year. A large format coffee table book, hundreds of pages, hundreds of photographs on spirit communication apparatus and their history.
That is so cool.
That's pretty rad. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so you brought so many things for us to look at here. I want to make sure that we talk about some of the things that are really popular right now. Like you guys are telling me, even though I'm not on TikTok, Bubs
Bubs
are
the
a really big deal.
The Swedish candy. So the Swedish gummies, they have a little firmer texture and a wide variety of flavors. Here we've got banana toffee, we've got some strawberry. I think we've got some strawberry skulls. No, lemon raspberry.
Yeah.
Tutti frutti and raspberry vanilla over here. So lots of flavor options, a little bit different, and a really satisfying texture. It's got just
What I
snap
loved
to
about
it.
these, Brandon, is that it has that sour that we all love, but it still has an actual flavor attached to it as well, which I think is lost in a lot of other sour candy.
Yeah, not just the pucker factor.
Yeah.
So much more.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that aspect
I'm
of it.
glad that you're bringing up sour stuff, though, because I saw these about last month.
Yep, the retro
So
sours.
they don't say what they were originally called, but these were the Altoid sours, everybody, and the mango flavor, the really delicious stuff.
Yep.
It's these companies coming back out and making little delicious batches.
That's right. They are. They see, like us, the need to satisfy that nostalgic sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So they bring that stuff back out and they partition it. I can't wait to get a pack of those mango retro sours in my pocket. And we also have the cream savers, another huge one coming back.
Things
So.
are
literally,
just incredible. Like, come
middle
on.
school.
Yes, I
Loved it.
know.
Oh.
And you got so many different flavors.
Yeah,
as
before
well,
they
so-
re-released them, we actually, we made sodas that tried to emulate those flavors, that creamsicle flavor, and that really creamy strawberry.
Yeah.
So, always a passion of ours.
He knows
there.
a thing or two about
He
nostalgia.
definitely knows a thing or two. Yeah. You brought so much. So what else is like super popular this year that you feel like people need to know
Well,
about?
there's some staples. Of course, we've got, the wax lips here. So, and when we open this, just the nostalgia factor of smelling
Like a
that,
fruity
that bubble
smell.
gum.
Yeah. Perfection.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then,
no one else touched that.
okay, that one's yours.
That one's mine.
For the rest
That'll
of the
go
day,
home.
but a good one if you're a vampire. And then, of course, you've brought along the traditional candy corn.
The
and
great debate.
Yeah, the great debate. Is it good?
Yeah, of course it's good.
my fingers
It's
in there.
delicious. I love the texture of candy corn. I
Oh,
love
so
the
good.
flavor of it. But it is only topped in my mind by the mallow cream pumpkin.
Mallow cream
Very similar
pumpkin.
flavor, but
You want to give that one a go?
Yeah, while I'm trying this, Brendan, you also have an old school soda fountain.
That's correct.
Kind of aspect to your shop. So tell us how that works if people, haven't experienced that.
Right, when we first opened Big Top, Big Top is very large for a candy shop, right? And so we were like, what else can we do in here? And there are some historical precedents. Our friends over on the Strand in Galveston, of course, have the Kings with their wonderful historic soda fountain. And so I thought that would be a great addition to Big Top. And so it serves, literally billions of combinations of sodas. Everything is made by hand. You'll see us pull the carbonated water and insert the syrup into the vessel, the ice. We've got that great, crunchy nugget ice. And between that and malts and shakes and floats, we are able to make billions of combinations of drinks, including the ever popular dirty sodas, which we've been doing for 20 years before, they decided that was going to be a fad. We've been doing cream
just
sodas.
had it on the show yesterday.
Yeah, we've been
Dirty sodas.
we've been doing that for 2 decades now, so we're well versed in that.
Okay,
Very cool.
before we let you go, second location not too far away. Last
That's
10
right.
seconds here.
Yep. So surprise, we have a new location coming up in Hyde Park, near Curra's, Julio's, Quack's Bakery, Antonelli's Cheese Shop, Hyde Park Bar and Grill. We're going to be right there in that little shopping center, new 1,300 square foot location, and we're super excited. We're building it out now. It'll be open by the end of the year.
We are excited for you.
yes.
Such cool stuff as always. Brandon, I knew you'd deliver. Happy Halloween.
Absolutely. Happy
All
Halloween,
right, guys.
everybody.
See the fountain soda menu as well as the store's location and hours at BigTopCandyShop.com.
Hey everyone! Pet adoptions are on the rise here in Austin. Having a pet in your life can really impact your mental health, especially for kids. Let's stop by 2 shelter organizations to learn more about this, starting with Austin Pets Alive.
Wherever there's an animal in need, there's a person in need. I'm Ellen Jefferson. I am the president and CEO of Austin Pets Alive, and I've been here for 15 years. I love working with animals because they need a voice. They need help. Pets are so critical for our mental health. I think we really underestimate the value of that foundation in a family, even if it's a family of one. Even our relationship building outside of our home, because pets provide a bridge where you have something to talk about. You have, especially dogs, make it really easy because people want to talk about your dog or pet your dog, or you want to pet somebody else's dog and talk about your dog. Researchers are really looking into the effects of pets on mental health, on physical health, on child development. We're seeing that children that grow up around pets have more empathy for humans, and they grow up to be more compassionate adults, which is pretty critical, I think, a critical skill for children to learn.
My name's Jamie Wallace, and I am the founder of Safe in Austin. There are somewhere around 220 animals if you count all the chickens, which I definitely do. All of my animals have come from just incredibly, vastly different things. We have blind, deaf, cerebral palsy, missing limbs, broken spines, deformities, neurological disorders of all kinds. You know, we have it in the form of an animal. The children that come here are all significant trauma survivors and or have some kind of special needs. The circle of healing that happens between the animals and the kids it's really kind of magical. You don't have to do much. The animals do most of it. And they don't have words, right? But they're just really capable of offering healing and hope. Our military macaw, Pebo, he's lived 20 years in a terrible situation. Animal control pulled him from it. They live up to 100 years. And he's also one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. He wants to stay in a safe place now. He doesn't want to have to deal with things. He always knows the most significant cases that come through the door. The foster kids that have lived through abuse, or the child that is struggling with suicide ideation or something significant because of what's going on. Like, Pebo always knows, and he is always willing to step onto those arms, always. If we teach children how to take care of animals, then we can get out of this place that we're in right now, where every shelter is overflowing and everybody's being euthanized left and right. Make the difference in them, because they're the ones that are going to change it in the future.
Especially during the harder times. You know, people really rely on their pets in a lot of ways. Pets have no judgment. They're not going to disown you if you do anything. It opens up so many doors to be able to communicate and be part of the community. So I think pets are sort of woven into the fabric of just about everything you can think of.
Adopt, donate, or volunteer at any of these Austin shelters. And learn more about Safe in Austin, located in Leander. Life is so much better with a pet in it.
If you're still looking for a place to celebrate the spookiest holiday of all year, our friends over at Gibson Street Bar have you covered with their Twisted Carnival Halloween party.
Joining us now is Brandon Sanchez with what to expect this year. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning.
We brought you in for Valentine's Day. Now we've kind of flipped the script. We're going spooky with it.
Yep.
And I get to pass Gibson Street Bar every single morning on my way into work. You guys know how to decorate.
It's not a bad sight. Our team is incredible with what they do. They put it up, it looks like overnight most of the time. And I hear it every single day. I mean, we're always adding every single year, trying to make it bigger every single time. Last year was the first time that we did the big tent that everybody had a lot of fun with. Yeah. And we ran it back this year with the Twisted Carnival, and it was so much fun.
Yeah,
so
Brandon, let's dive a little deeper here. If someone's never experienced the Twisted Carnival pop-up bar, what are they in for when they walk through that tent kind of entrance and get to experience it all?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of nostalgia going through there. It's going to take you back to your childhood a little bit. So there's going to be, you know, when you went to the circus when you were a kid, you're going to see a lot of that same kind of decor, just a little bit more on the side of, okay, now I'm gonna get freaked out by this animatronic thing that's gonna scare me popping up.
A little bit spooky.
Yeah, I was like, this is what it's supposed to be like as an adult. The additional part there, you know, fantastic cocktails. You can't go wrong with it. Tonight specifically, and we've done it throughout the weeks before. We're gonna have a DJ on at 9 o'clock, going until when we close. We're gonna have a pop-up with a tattoo artist that's gonna start pretty much from when we open at 4 o'clock, going on up
Real
until
tattoos?
Real tattoos.
Get the Halloween tattoo, come on, yeah.
Everybody has to get into the spirit, right? Might as well do it.
Yeah.
That is super cool. And I want to ask about how you take these things and kind of elevate them, because I know, for example, even with your cocktails, you guys have put a lot of thought into every single little menu item.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one specifically that we're going to be showcasing today brought over from an inspiration of one of our partners, originally from Chicago, loves the ectoplasm. He wanted to see that on a menu. It's like, how do we get it on the menu? And at the bar itself, we actually do it frozen. So it looks like the slime that is in the movie. Yeah. You can't go wrong with it. Today we're going to be doing it over the rocks, so everybody can kind of do it at home, but it's going to be very reminiscent of it. And it's always, great to have a fantastic cocktail that everybody can get along with. Yeah.
I love the ingredients I'm looking at, so if you wouldn't mind, let's get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, starting off, we're in Texas. If I may say so myself, the cocktail of Texas is a margarita, right?
Naturally.
So we're taking,
Yeah.
So we're taking some beautiful tequila, so an additive-free tequila. It's going to be organic with agua sol, adding a little bit of passion fruit in there, just to get a little bit more tropical. Some blue curacao. That's the secret of getting the color in there with fresh lime and some pineapple juice.
I like all these flavors.
Yeah,
How do you feel about
year round? Don't care. I'm about it. Yeah, even though it feels a little more tropical, I'm like, give it to me year round. I don't care.
We were going for the color, and it's like, how is it going to be delicious?
Yeah.
This is how we made it delicious.
And I feel like you probably had no complaints because it's delicious. So.
You say with a rosé, it's a patio pounder. This is a patio pounder margarita.
For Halloween, yeah, that's perfect.
Well, you've got all the ingredients together in your shaker. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get to it because Blake and I want to make sure we try it before we get too far. And then before too long, Blake, I can't believe I'm gonna say it. Tomorrow's November.
I know, and you guys have an incredible Christmas pop-up that you do kind of towards the end of November that runs through December, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what are people in for as far as that goes?
Yeah, with that one, so we did Gibson Wonder Glam last year, which we're gonna be bringing back to everybody this year again. It's, we are gonna be bringing in a Santa Claus in there again a few times throughout the season. We always do some hot cocktails as well, just keep everybody warm, keep everybody excited. Then the decorations in there again, going to the nines.
Yeah.
There's going to be photo ops in there, photo booths for everybody, just to have a good memory with everybody. We see a lot more families, we see a lot more people going in with their significant others versus, hey, this is a co-worker thing. It still happens every single day, so it's really good to see that. But this one, we want to make it to where everybody has a great time in there with people that they'd like to be around the most.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Okay, this is not too sweet. This is perfectly balanced.
It is boozy,
Dare I say on Halloween, it's to die for.
It's to die for, absolutely. I want to ask about, tonight, because I asked you off camera, is it going to be crazy? And you said, it's going to be nuts.
It's going to be nuts.
Should people show up in costume?
Absolutely. We encourage it. We love to see everybody in there. If you might see a few Waldos around, myself included in there. We did it with purpose for myself. It's like, we can never find them. You can never find me. It'll be fun.
Brandon, real quick, last question. Do people need tickets to get in, or do they can just show
up? No tickets, free admission. 21 and over. That is one thing that we are, very, very on about with everybody. So as long as you're 21 and up, come in and have fun.
Perfect. Brandon, thanks so much for being here. Happy Halloween. We appreciate it. Yes. Okay, guys, for more information on Twisted Carnival, along with all the incredible happenings over at Gibson Street Bar, visit gibsonstreetbar.com or follow on social media at Gibson Street Bar.
Allie Clem holds the distinct pleasure of being one of 3 barbecue chefs to hold a Michelin star, the only woman and a member of the LGBTQ community. To say that she breaks barriers is a bit of an understatement. At her barbecue joint, La Barbecue, well, that was my first taste of Texas barbecue, so it's a special place in my heart. Allie Clem, thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, I want to rewind back. Literally, it was 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. But I'm back, and it's my first time having La Barbecue. What should I get?
Well, you always get the brisket.
Okay.
But, I guess in Texas, Central Texas, it's like the Texas Trinity, if you will.
Okay.
So you get the brisket, the pork ribs, and then sausage. And you're lucky because we do 3 or 4 sausages daily.
I feel like you've been doing some new stuff lately, like tri-tip. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so, we've had tri-tip kind of on the menu for a few years or so, and we do different things with it because it's kind of a versatile meat. You can season it with kind of a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But my favorite go-to, I do a special blend of a spice that I do that it's like a rub. that actually I call my burger blend, but you can kind of put it on anything. And so I season it very heavy on these tri-tips, and I cook it about medium rare, just depending.
That's the thing. It's not like something like brisket that's low and slow cooked through.
Right.
It's more like a steak, right?
Right. I mean, that's just how I like my tri-tip. I mean, people cook it all kinds of different ways, but specifically to my taste, that's what I like.
My baseline for brisket was moist from Love Barbecue, and you won a freaking Michelin star. Tell me about your brisket process, because I'm literally like looking at that going, that is freaking the whole point. This is why you flew to Austin, was that right there. Tell me about your brisket process.
So we do kind of a different, non-traditional, if you will. We're a hot and fast brisket. So a lot of people,
fast.
Yeah.
So not this whole 12-hour.
No.
Really.
Right.
Really.
So we've gone back and forth through the years, but that's how I learned. I learned from John Miller, and he did a hot and fast brisket as well as his family. So that's just how I learned. Well, we did low and slow for a little bit, thinking that it would be better, but then I just kind of went back to my roots, and I was like, man, this is. So I kind of like took a little bit of the hot and fast and low and slow method, and I came up with about a 6-hour brisket, 6.5-hour brisket.
So there must be something pretty amazing, because brisket is so challenging. It's a tough muscle.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow you managed to speed up the process.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, it honestly started when, when 2020 hit in the pandemic, and I had to furlough a few of my people, and I was the only brisket cook back there.
Yeah.
Well, I was also working the front lines as well. So I really just kind of didn't have time for it. And I was like, man, I'm just going to go back to it. And we'd kind of been knocking off some hours as we went, and I just kind of ripped the Band-Aid off, and I was like, this is how it is.
Seriously? Yeah. I will say this, 2020 was the year that I first got an Instant Pot, so I don't know if there's a correlation there. But that is pretty amazing, literally halving the cooking time. All right, now, this sandwich apparently gets a little bit of a chuckle when people order. Tell me about this one.
So we like to have fun with a few tongue-in-cheek type things. I mean, we're in the restaurant industry.
Sure.
Right? I mean,
sure.
So it gets fun. So so let me just start off with what it is, right?
Okay.
So it's a chopped beef sandwich, but just to make it like extra, we put chili on it. And instead of a sloppy Joe, which it's not, we called it a sloppy hoe.
A sloppy hoe. Well, I gotta tell you, that is one decadent hoe right there. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I'm making googly eyes at that hoe. I really am. It's just so crazy. Chopped beef and brisket. These are pictures of food that simultaneously makes me hungry and full at the same time.
Oh, for sure. I mean, just looking at that makes me want to my stomach is already full. It is, and it's incredible. We sell a ton of them for the brave that want to say it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm brave too. Now, I gotta tell you, I saw this dish, and I've been coming to La Barbecue for a decade.
Right.
And I have seen, certainly since 2020, just some newer stuff popping up there.
Right.
But I love this sandwich, and I remember when you texted this to me, I was like, is that a freaking pork chop? I mean, I was like, that has so much promise. Tell me about that one.
So, I love pork chops. They're one of my favorites, of course. And when done properly, they can be nice and juicy and tender. I actually was putting some of them on for my specials, because I love to do specials. It's like, it fuels my creativity in the restaurant. And I ordered this case of pork chops, and it came in, and they were like those really nice breakfast pork chops, if you will, like the thin ones. And I was like, well, what do I do with these? And so I buttermilk brine them with our jalapeno juice and our pickle juice. Just let them sit overnight real quick, and it really tenderizes them and makes them, just almost fall apart. So after that, I just drain the buttermilk off of them, and I season them again with a special blend that I have, and then I flat top them.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're nice and crispy, but also very tender on the inside and juicy. And then we put a very healthy portion of horseradish mayonnaise on there, pickles and onions.
I would say congratulations are in order.
Thank you.
Congratulations on really all the success. And, you've gone through a lot, and it's just great to have known you for 10 years and really excited to see
it's been a long time.
I know, we've known each other for a bit. We know each other a bit. Ali Clem, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, of course.
Yeah. If you like watching these Best Eats Austin clips, you can see a whole lot more by downloading the KXAN Plus app for your smart TV, Roku, or Fire Stick. Go check it out and see all of our Best Eats Austin episodes and a whole lot more.
Welcome back. I'm so excited for this. We've kept our friends Brandon Hodge and Brandon Sanchez from today's other segments for a final showdown, courtesy of Austin City Trivia. It's their Halloween edition. Blake has gamely agreed to join them, so all answers are open-ended. I've got the questions. There are bragging rights on the table for the highest score, and don't worry, if I see y'all struggling, I will give hints. Do we feel ready, gentlemen?
Ready.
All right. Okay, this one should ease you into it. Okay, Mary Shelley is the author known for creating which popular Halloween character? Which popular Halloween character? It's either the doctor's name or the monster's name, whatever you'd like it to be. Okay, we've got one up. People still writing. I could tell that Blake was going to struggle with this. I tried to help him out. Frankenstein.
Okay,
it's
good.
3 points across the board. Well done, everyone. So keep Frankenstein in your brain for just a second, because General Mills has released monster cereals at this time of the year since 1971, which is a long time, quite frankly. I was really surprised by that. Name one. Just name one. Oh. The man who loves candy was going to come up with this immediately. There are actually 6 cereals in total. Frankenstein is a character involved. There's also a ghost. There's also a famous vampire. So if you can come up with, they're on the end cap now, guys, in those white boxes. You are agreeing with me, aren't you, Brandon?
This is an easy one, y'all. I'm gonna write down another one.
Oh, you're gonna make it even more difficult. All right.
Is it just like these Halloween names, or is it like something like
What is the name of the cereal? What is the name of the cereal? Just give me one. Okay. Everybody ready? Turn when you're ready.
Yep.
Dracula Goodness. Dracula Goodness is almost there.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and
I gave a 2 for
blank on that one.
Drawing a blank, that's okay. I'm not going to give Blake anything either. Brandon had already written Booberry, which is correct, and now he's written Count Chocula, which is my favorite.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yes, you get points.
I knew that was your favorite.
Yeah, that's why he went for extra points. Not only are there 6 cereals in total, but Carmela Creeper was the newest one. It came out in 2023. Had never heard of it. Okay, this should be going back to the more easy realm. Wednesday Addams' mother's name of the Addams family. Wednesday Addams' mother's name. Married to Gomez. Okay, turn it when you're ready. Morticia. Points across the board. Well done, everybody.
There's Goth Street credit play here.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it was originally a comic based on this guy's actual family, whose last name was Addams.
Oh, I did not know that.
All right, guys, this is a tricky one. Is a pumpkin a fruit or a vegetable? Fruit or a vegetable? Give me your guess. Am I double bluffing you? Am I single bluffing you? Okay, we've got one answer up. Everybody got it right. Fruit, guys. And it's actually in the berry family. Can you believe that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, surprising. All right, this is our last official question, but you guys are doing so well, we might go a little bit further. 2 points available here, so I'm looking for 2 correct answers. When was Beetlejuice released? What year? Ooh, I've made it tough now, haven't I? And how many Academy Awards did it win? So I'm looking for 2 numbers here. What year was Beetlejuice released? And how many Academy Awards did it win? Blake, your hint is that Beetlejuice is as old as I am. Be nice. Don't write 1950 something.
1946. Just kidding.
That's actually my mother's birth year. Not my mom, it's me. Okay, whenever you're ready, flip them around.
Okay, I'm still thinking, hold on.
89, 91,
Hold on,
2
I'm still
awards,
thinking.
3 awards. It's okay, everybody's got different answers.
That
I
was
won't
almost
say.
my answer. Brandon stole my first one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, 87 and 2. You guys, it's 88.
Oh!
It's 2 of you. You wouldn't believe it. And it only won 1 Academy Award, and it was for makeup. Unsurprising, right?
Yeah,
That's a good one. Okay,
Interesting.
everybody has done really well. Brandon is slightly in the lead. I'm just gonna do a real quick tiebreaker, just because I've got the question. What is hemophobia? It starts with fear of. What is hemophobia? Hemophobia, fear of, what would be this time of the year? I'll give you a hint, slasher films. Fear of blood, question mark? Fear of blood with a lovely drawing of blood. And fear of blood, everybody agrees. Okay, so that's 4 for Brandon Sanchez, 4 for Blake, and 5 for Brandon.
Candyman takes bragging rights home.
By 1 point, y'all.
Wow.
I didn't think that Beetlejuice one was going to be such a stumper.
That was a few years ago.
It was a hot minute ago to find out that it's 37 years old, just like I am. Bit of a knife to the chest, but that's appropriate, I think, for this time of the year.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, we got a little time left. How has it felt to be hanging out on Studio 512?
It's always, y'all are always such fantastic hosts, and I appreciate you having me on. It's always fun.
We appreciate it. Brandon, how about you? Now that we found you.
Yeah, the hospitality's been great. I mean, it feels like I'm at home. It feels like I've known everybody for months now. It's incredible.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
And Blake, your first Halloween here on Studio 512?
First Halloween, and I can't wait for the next one. And also, just say really quick, go check out both these guys' businesses because they're 2 great local places here in Austin, and that's what we're all about here on Studio 512. So,
Gibson Street Bar, Big
Keep
Top
local.
Candy Shop. Yeah,
Local,
there we
local,
go.
local.
Oh, well, now I got to get into it too. All right, y'all. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Thank you all
Halloween.
so
Happy
much.
Halloween.
We really appreciate it, guys. This was awesome. This was a lot of fun. If we want to learn more about where Austin City Trivia pops up around town because they were the genesis behind all these questions and answers, follow them on social media and Instagram at ATX City Trivia. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by the Austin 125.